If you're a business owner or a manager hiring people, you're going to want to watch this. This is going to be very important for you. I'm hiring new employees, and I'm starting to think about the hiring process and what's important and what's not. And reading a book called Who, and I suggest everybody reads this. But there are 3 things that we should be looking for a new hire. So if you're a business owner, you're a manager that has hired somebody that hasn't worked out before, that should be everybody that's in one of those roles. This is going to be very important for you, so pay attention. When you're hiring, obviously you have to have a hiring process and a structured out process. I'm not going to get into that. There are 3 things that you should have on your scorecard for a new hire to make sure that they'll be successful. You give them the best chance to be successful. The first thing you want is a mission statement for the position that you're hiring for. And what this is going to include is just what you expect from the position. So an example of what like a mission could be for maybe like a VP of sales or something would be to, let's say, double our revenue in 2 years by signing high profit clients. So there should be an overall idea of what the mission statement or the mission, and it's like the overarching theme of what the position you're hiring is for. So you have to be clear about that, and that's going to dictate your decision who you're going to bring on. The second is clear outcomes. You have to define clear outcomes and almost do it like you set goals for yourself. So I know in the past I've talked about setting goals for yourself, and we use like the SMART method or whatever, but they have to be like measurable, attainable, and you have to be somewhat time bound by those results. So if you're sitting here and saying, your mission is to double, your revenue for a VP of sales by acquiring high profitable clients or whatever, here's where you set what that actually looks like. We need 150 clients grossing X amount of dollars by March 2026. This gives somebody a target to reach so you can tell if it was a good hire or a bad hire, but it also gives the employees some sense of something to work towards so they're not feeling blind or like misled, or they don't know what they're doing or why they're doing what they're doing. Like I remember when I worked in a car dealership, I just was taught to sell as many cars as possible, and I didn't know why I was doing that, how that was working towards something greater, or what that was leading to. So giving somebody an outcome that's specific, it's a specific number by a specific amount of time, gives them a target to hit. Played darts before, or archery, or shot at a bullseye, you understand that if we blindfold you and spin you in the circle, you have a very, very small chance of hitting that target. But if you're honed in, you know exactly what it's looked like, and you know the whatever you're using, you know that you can hit that goal because you can see it, and you understand the tools and how to hit that. So first thing is set a mission statement with the overarching thing that you want from it, and then outcomes, just define that with a little bit of specificity. Like that word, but you got to define that, right? So outcomes are the second thing. The third thing you want to look at when hiring is core competencies. Core competencies are how you expect a new hire to operate in the fulfillment of your outcomes that you define. Some examples, like we just had a talk with our team today talking about, some examples are efficiency, right? Getting the max amount of outcome with the least amount of wasted time. Not the least amount of input, because that just means, I want to be lazy and get a lot of outcomes. No, the least amount of wasted time. So being very efficient, leveraging your day-to-day activities. So this is what you're looking for. So you're looking for a person that can achieve that outcome while doing these things, and these things are what you set with your company. Another example we had was following through on commitment. So when we talk to a client and we promise them something, or we say something, that we put aside whatever we need to do and we go above and beyond to make sure that we live up to our word and what we say to our clients. So if you're hiring, those are the 3 things that you need to look for, and keep a scorecard of the 3, and don't make a hire unless they meet all 3, unless they understand and they fit the mission statement of the position. If they understand and can complete, or they understand and have the ability to achieve that outcome, specific number, specific outcome, and specific time, and then they have the core competency so they can do that in the way that jives with your business. Because the third part is very, very important, because if they don't do it the way that you do things in your business, they could be a bad culture fit. And no matter how good a salesperson is or how good an employee of your company is, if they're a bad culture fit, they're going to ruin your business. I don't care how productive they are, they're going to bring down the productivity of everybody else on your team. And the crazy thing is, when you get rid of that person and your culture is better, everybody else on your team that wasn't producing as well will fill in the gap, and they'll make up for that person that was a bad culture fit. So again, guys, Angelo here with 3 keys to hiring and keeping A players. So if you're a business owner or a manager that's hiring for positions and you've ever had issues with people sticking or being successful, make sure you watch the video. Make sure you implement the 3 things: mission, outcome, and core competencies. See you guys soon.